Hide money. Chapter 1. How to hide money. Hiding money on your person. In the 1988 movie Midnight Run, at the end, after all his troubles, Robert De Niro decides to let his bail jumper go, and the guy returns the favor by pulling off what looks like an ordinary belt filled with oodles of money. Hide money in your belt. Make your own out of any slim, innocuous-looking belt you own, just enough room to hide a few big bills. That's all you need. I've heard stories that street muggers overseas who target tourists routinely make them take their shoes and socks off because this is the most common place to hide money. I watched every episode of the TV show Scam City. I know they scripted most of that stuff, but the scams are real. Those cool-looking little pouches you can buy that look like a belt with a little pouch on the front that you strap on, and they supposedly keep your stuff safe because it's right there in front of you where a pickpocket can't get to it, are crap as far as I'm concerned. Snatch and grabbers are common. It's like making yourself a target, putting this pouch on the front of you. On the TV show Pilot Guides on the Outdoor Network, they actually filmed the host getting robbed. It was so quick that nobody did anything about it. He was in a crowd of people at some festival on the Solomon Islands wearing one of those pouches. Somebody grabbed it, and that was the end of that tune. It had his passport in it too. I've seen money folders on the market that you strap on under your shirt. It's really thin, it lays on the side of your chest. It can't be seen if you're wearing a baggy shirt. Your best bet is to carry a credit card or ATM card around and minimize the cash. Hiding money: belts, clothes, etc. Practicaltravelgear.com/eagle-creek-accessories-to-keep-your-money-safe, undercover-hidden-pockets. Money belt. homespy.com/kin_safes.hdm. lifehacker.com/software/money/hide-your-hidden-cash-in-a-hidden-pocket-1802339.php. ricksteves.com/services/acc menu, sells a money bag and other things. travelsmith.com, 800-950-1600. Complete Traveler Bookstore. 199 Madison Avenue, NYC 10016. 2L2/685-9007. CompleteTraveler.com. Tilly Endurables. 300 Lugner Road West, Seneca, New York 14224. 800-338-2797. Tilly.com. Clothing with secret compartments to hide valuables. Hiding money and valuables physically. People don't just need to hide money. They need to hide anything illegal they have: guns, drugs, compromising papers, alternative identification, jewelry, chemicals, videos, computer disks, rare coins, stamps, etc. The best place is to have a secret cubbyhole or room built into your home, often in the back of a closet with a false wall you can pull out without too much difficulty. This is in order to hide your valuables as well as yourself in case you hear an intruder enter. Put any old cell phone in it without an account. A loaded gun will help deal with any intruder who gets too close. It will still be able to connect to 911. Put a fireproof safe or file cabinet in there for all your stuff. Avoid putting your secret room in your master bedroom or hiding anything in there because it's the first place all crooks, cops, and government agents search when checking your place out. If you have a secret overseas bank account or bury some money, don't leave the account papers or the treasure map laying around your house. If IRS agents find this stuff, you're screwed. It all depends on the size of what you're hiding. There are lots of small innocuous-looking places around, like hollowed-out doors, doghouse, pet cage, inside an old TV, computer, or stereo in the basement, the root cellar, on the bottom or on the backboard of a set of drawers or file cabinet, inside an old stove in the basement, or behind the insulation in the wall of the basement or attic. In order to minimize fire damage, use metal boxes. You can buy small metal toolboxes at the hardware store. Some guy gets a stack of junk mail, then in the midst of it, he stuffs a few envelopes with $100 bills. An easy way to hide money is to buy gold coins or gold bars. Gold coins can be easily put in a jar or can and buried or hidden elsewhere. Some people like the survivalist types buy gold as a hedge to what they call the coming destruction of the paper money economy, at which point gold will be the only viable currency. There are GPS tracking beacons you can buy that you can put in with your stuff and bury it about a half-mile back in the woods. Another way is to go in the woods, take a GPS reading, then mark a few distinctive spots, take pictures, bury your stuff, then when you need it, punch the numbers into your GPS system and go locate it. I prefer a hole in the ground using a plastic bucket with an airtight top or trash can in my basement which nobody knows about but me, my wife and a brother, than a safety deposit box. I heard about people getting ripped off when the banks claimed they had no record of a guy's safety deposit box account. Besides, if the government wants your money, they can find your box through a records search and take it. There's nothing like a stash of cash in the ground hidden under a slab of concrete, firewood, or junk, but still with easy access. Everything else is insecure. Keep copies of your relevant paperwork either on your own private website, scanned in, or at a friend's house. You can buy a scanner, scan them all into a computer, then save them on your hard drive, a few disks, and your private website out in cyberspace which nobody knows about but you and your spouse. Your ISP probably gives you 5 MB free along with your ISP account. Hiding your life's treasures under your pillow or mattress won't safeguard them from a thief, the tax man, a divorce judgment, or the cops collecting on a civil suit judgment. The safest bet is always in the ground in a remote location where no one can see you do your work, which means owning or knowing some property in a remote area that you can get to quite easily, where you can hide the evidence of your digging easily. Use watertight gallon, ice cream containers, or 5-gallon buckets, Tupperware-like containers with the lids on, or plumber's piping that you can screw lids on. Make sure you have an accurate map of where your treasure is buried. In your yard under the doghouse might work as long as nosy neighbors can't see what you're doing. If your basement has a dirt foundation, you can dig in there, cover it up, then put a bunch of junk over it so it doesn't look like there's anything there. Either tell one trusted person about it or put the location in your will to be made known by your trustee at death. For general security at home from your generic thief, the IRS, or law enforcement sniffing at forfeiture, the following ideas might help. Walls. Because walls are hollow, there can be hidden space behind every wall in every room. The ideal spots are behind solid, fixed items, like coat racks or boards along closet walls supporting the clothes hanging pole. Remove the attachment and hollow out a compartment. Make sure you camouflage your handiwork well. Beams, ceiling and wall beams are popular architectural features in homes. Make one of the false beams, one which doesn't offer much support, movable and hollow and opening out of its top or back side. Baseboards. One of the easiest to construct compartments is one behind a baseboard. These strips of wood that run along your walls next to the floor are so common, no thief would give them a second glance. Choose a short section of board and carefully pry it away from the wall with a crowbar. Now hollow out a hole and replace the baseboard. Paneling. Wall paneling offers a method of opening large areas of dead space. Your best choice is behind actual boards nailed to the wall individually, not behind the 4x8 sheets. Mirror. For a compartment offering little depth, but a large area of space, you can construct a hollow right behind a full-length mirror on your closet door. Hollow out your compartment, then mount your mirror with sliding tabs. Furniture. Complicated secret spaces built into furniture have for centuries been favorites. A simple approach is to remove the molding of a table or desk and make a hollow bookcase. A common source of easily overlooked space is found at the base of a bookcase. The lowest shelf is usually raised above the ground level several inches, and this space is enclosed with a base molding. If you can make the lowest shelf removable, you can attach your valuables to the underside of this shelf by means of magnets. Light switch. An easy and highly deceptive secret space can be constructed behind an electric outlet plate or light switch plate. Make sure the electricity is shut off when you remove the plate to construct your hollow. Houseplants. secret compartments can be constructed in the base of your plant pots. This will be especially effective if you have lots of plants. Seal your valuables well in plastic if they can be water damaged. For maximum security in hiding your valuables in your own home, make sure your craftsmanship is flawless and don't reveal your hiding place to anyone out of your own family. People have been robbed after bragging about their activities to others. If you get robbed and the robber threatens to kill your wife unless you lead him to your stash, the wise thing to do is to have a decoy stash with about $1,000 in it and some fake gold coins and jewelry while your main stash is hidden away. Whenever you hide anything, tell someone or put instructions in your will. Hide money websites. GorillaWOMNTN.blogspot.com, SECURITY-WIZARD.net, fake safes and other gadgets. SneakySaFES.com. newinventions-chat.com/11314-re-practical-place-to-hide-money.html. bimbambanana.com, buy gadgets to hide your money in like a fake oil can. brickhouses-security.com/fake-kin-hidden-safe.html. safehaven.com. edenpress.com. esortment.com/hideourvalua_rfpy.htm. gadget.com. Hiding money with alternative ID. An easy way to hide money is to get alternative identification and simply open accounts in local banks in your other name or get a safety deposit box in this other name. An easy way to get an alternative identification is to approach one of your friends from youth who's not doing so hot in the real world. Offer him $500 for a copy of his birth certificate and social security card. Chances are he's got a driver's license but never got a passport, so you ask him to help you apply for a passport in that name. If he ever applies for a passport, he can always claim identity theft and that he doesn't know the person who has a passport in his name. You can use the passport in lieu of a license and say you don't drive because you have bad eyes. You can easily live a tax-free life as 2 or 3 different people right there in your hometown. A twist on this is to get alternative Canadian identification, so when the bank asks for your social security number, say you don't have one because you're from Canada. Say you're a student or a writer or simply retired. This is how it used to be in America. After 9/11, it's harder for a foreigner to open an American bank account. One way to do it is to get a student visa with foreign ID, then you can open a bank account. Simply get the student ID or a fake on, go to a bank, say you're a foreign student who wants to open a bank account. Once you open your account, you barely have to see the tellers again. Do all your transactions by ATM. The IRS can't bother Canadians with money in American banks. Keep all the paperwork separate and hidden, though, lest the IRS find it in the unlikely case that they do a search warrant on your house. Hide it in your secret safe deposit box. Note that if you get alternative ID, make sure you cover yourself with some form of will or statement saying who you really are in case you die leaving all that money in some account somewhere. A way to do this is to make your real name the beneficiary of all your goods, so it simply becomes part of your estate. Don't worry about it. No one can prosecute you when you're dead. Another easy way that may not even require alternative identification is to merely talk to a broker at a brokerage firm, send him a money order in a phony name and phony SSN, and open either a cash management account or a money market account and do all transactions over the phone. You will be able to write checks on the money and withdraw it at will. I heard a story where a couple of stockbroker crooks used the name of their college buddy to open a brokerage account and laundered millions of dollars through it over several years until the guy finally somehow found out and they had him killed. If you're not above being deceptive, you order a free ID catalog from certain companies, look for ads at the back of Soldier of Fortune or High Times magazine, buy their travel agent ID card, then use it for discounts at hotels, airlines, etc. Nick Inc. Law Enforcement Supply. 500 Flournoy Lucas Road. POB 5950. Shreveport, Louisiana 71135. 318-688-1365. Fax 318-688-1365. 1367 888 642 0007. Enlay.com. ID cards.